you have decided to just go no contact with the person, and it is working. It is 100% working. This person is scared. Okay, this person is scared. It's like you're triggering this person's abandonment wounds because you've gone into no contact with them. Now, they don't want to tell you that they're freaking out about it. They don't want to tell you that they're scared that you're going no contact. But when this person does not hear from you within a certain amount of time, it triggers this person's abandonment wounds really deeply, because this person has some really deep abandonment wounds. But you kind of force this person to try and get over that. But the reason why they're not telling you that they're freaking out is because they're still trying to battle, trying to replace you, or trying to get over you. But it's not working. And this person doesn't want to tell you that they're freaking out, that you've gone no contact with them. Now, it feels like with this person's energy that they're creating so much contradiction within themselves, because they're trying to move forward and let go of this and they can't. And it's the reason why they become passive aggressive and angry at you. This person starts to even type. It's like they start to type because they want to give you the most smallest reaction and the most smallest response when it comes to trying to get your attention. So this person starts to type, they start to talk, they start to chat to you, and then they stop. And they know that it's gotten your attention, but they're hoping that it really gets to you. And they're hoping that it gets to you because they're so conflicted when it comes to them trying to move on, and they're trying to get to you because they can't deal with their emotions within themselves. They can't put it on the third party. So the only excuse they feel they can use is to let all of their frustration out on you. But it's ironic because they have to stalk you. They feel they have to stalk you to keep you because they can't communicate with you, right? So what they're doing here is they become overly sweet, or they start to love bomb you after they try to get to you, because they do know that they need to try and keep you, and they have to stalk you. So it's showing this person is so conflicted with their actions because they're so conflicted with their choices when it comes to how they're treating you, because they can't move forward. Now, with the Two of Cups and the Five of Wands, this person is creating contradiction that does not need to be there, because they keep coming back together with you, but they're not allowing it to turn into union because of the contradiction with the Five of Wands. It feels like with the King of Cups and the Sun, this person loves you, and this waiting energy that's happening is they're creating it. They're creating time. They're creating a sense of waiting, which doesn't need to happen here. And this is why you've gone no contact with this person. But I'm getting this person loves you. I'm getting this person, they really love you here with the Ace of Cups. That they're avoiding it for some reason. They're avoiding being with you. Somebody is hiding. Someone's hiding from you. Quite literally. Someone is literally hiding from you because somebody is scared to make a choice or a decision, but they know now that they have to, because they know that they're losing you. They know that they're losing you, and they know that you've had enough, but they know that you're not talking to them. And this is forcing this person to make a choice or a decision. So they're stalking you, but they're also hiding at the same time. And they're hiding because they're so contradicted with the Five of Wands. They didn't expect you to do this. They didn't expect that you had that energy of strength, but that energy of independence. And it scared this person because they've seen a new side of you. Now, they're really worried because they thought that they could get away without making a choice or a decision about you, and now they're realizing that they can't. Now they're realizing that they have all this contradiction when it comes to them trying to move forward, and they can't just move on from you by abandoning or ghosting you, but they're also coming to the reality of how they've treated you, because they've made you feel like you couldn't move forward either without them making a choice or a decision. And they can't get angry at you. They can't get spiteful at you, because they're now understanding everything that they've put you through. And if they were getting angry at you before, if they were getting spiteful at you before, it's because they were only frustrated within themselves because they couldn't make a choice or a decision about you, because they weren't emotionally ready. But they're having to force themselves now to be emotionally ready, because there is an energy with them where they have to come to the realization of making a choice or a decision about you. Now, with the Three of Pentacles and the Page of Cups, they could possibly be with somebody else, or you could be. There could possibly be a third-party situation, but you're not in a commitment with somebody else, or they're not in a commitment with somebody else, but there might be a third-party situation that's somewhat blocking this person's ability to make a choice or a decision about you. But now, there's no energy of them distracting themselves, because now they have to be forced to think about what they really want. And you're forcing this person, but not so much forcing this person. You're only actually opening this person's eyes up to the fact that they should have made a choice a long time ago, because before it was the right time for them to actually make a choice. Now they feel rushed. Now they feel forced into doing it, but they had to do it all along. And if anything, you're just opening this person's mind up now to regret, because now they're regretting not doing it when it was the right time. And now this person is starting to regret the fact that they couldn't see what was there all along, because they're the one that made it this difficult. They're the ones that made the choice difficult now, because they're the ones that stopped putting energy and effort into you when it mattered. And there's a third party situation now, but there's only a third party situation now because this person didn't commit to you. This person didn't commit to you because they were meant to commit to you, not somebody else. And this waiting energy that still exists there is because this person didn't make a choice or a decision. They made the connection unfinished. But now you're starting to take the reins back. You're starting to take your power back and realizing that you shouldn't have to be kept waiting. And now they're contradicted. Now they're scared. Now you've got their attention. Now they're noticing. But now they're worried. Now they're contradicted. Now they don't know what to do. Somebody was hoping that you wouldn't move on to someone else. This person was indecisive. But it feels like they created more damage with their insecurities by actually pulling away from you. Now, this is someone that either doesn't feel emotions like intensely as you do, or it's someone that is in denial of their emotions, or they have a lot of trauma around emotions. So they kind of don't allow themselves to feel. So it's almost like this person has this trauma response where they don't really care if people leave them, or they don't really care if things don't fulfill them. But what happened when it came to you and this person is that this person, they created more insecurities and more fears when they actually pushed you away. And it doesn't appear that way, because with the Magician and the Judgment, this person is making a choice or a decision to move forward. But what's happening is they're either still around you, they're coming in, they've already come back in. And what's happening now with the Two of Wands and the Six of Cups is that you're being indecisive with this person. But you're being indecisive because you can't understand them and you can't read them. They are indecisive because they're either self-sabotaging the relationship because they have that mentality that they don't want to be loved, or they don't think they can be loved. Whereas you're pushing this person away because you can't read them and you can't understand them. And you don't know if this person is leading you on or not, because you want a commitment. And it feels like this person doesn't want a commitment. But the thing is it's like you want a commitment because you can actually see the good in this person. But they don't want a commitment because they are so scared of their past. And what's happening is that is what's blocking union. Because this person won't tell you the truth about why they don't actually want commitment with you. They just keep giving you these excuses like they're emotionally not ready. They're emotionally not ready to be in a relationship. But it's like this person always keeps coming back, or they're always there. And that's because this person is so fulfilled by you. They're so fulfilled in the actual connection with you. But for some reason, they feel like they're not, because they're so used to having trauma from their past, or they're so used to having this energy where they feel very intensely and then they just have so much pain. So I feel like what's happening is this person is like contradicted by you and their past trauma. And it's almost like they're trying to let go of both of them, but they can't. Now, what's happening is you're being indecisive currently with them, or they're coming back in, and you're going to be indecisive with this person. They're not going to be able to handle it. They're not going to be able to handle it for some reason that you're indecisive. Because what's happening is this person doesn't want to admit they do want a commitment with you, because they're so scared about commitment. But they don't want to tell you that because they don't want to scare you off. They don't want you to run away. They don't want you to want more than a commitment, which is selfish on their part, because they're scared of commitment. And it's the reason why they're trying to buy themselves time. And that's why they don't want you to be indecisive, because it's like they don't want you to catch on. They don't want a commitment right now. So they're scared. They're trying to get over their past. But in the meantime, they're trying to distract you, and they don't want you to be indecisive, because this is going to be this person thinking that you're moving forward, you're moving on to someone else, and they're losing time. The thing is the reason why they can't let you go is because you're different, and they know that. That is the reason why this person can't let you go, because they know if they do completely let you go here, they're not going to find someone that's going to challenge them. They're not going to find someone that's different. And that's why this person is so scared of what choices and decisions to do here when it comes to how they move forward with you. If someone has a lot of contradiction, you've caused someone to have a lot of contradiction here, because someone had to make a choice or a decision between choosing a past situation over you. Now, it feels like this person chose the past situation, but now what's happened is by them doing that, this person has blocked union between you and them, because they ran back to a karmic, okay? But they ran back to a karmic that emotionally wasn't actually ready to be in a relationship with them. And they've realized this the hard way. Now, what's happening is this person wants to come back in here. I feel like they want to come back in, but pretend like nothing happened. And the reason why they actually abandoned and ghosted you when they chose someone else is because they were somewhat hoping that this would leave you with so much lack of clarity and a lack of closure that you wouldn't actually be able to move on. Because deep down, this person knew that they chose the wrong choice. They chose the wrong decision when they went back to the past, but they did this anyway. And they did this because I feel like this person had like a trauma bond, or they had so much trauma linked to their past ex that they weren't ready to heal, move and grow and move forward. Now, what's happened is by them turning down opportunity with you, they've actually abandoned and rejected themselves. And the ironic thing is that is exactly the reason why they were worried about moving forward with you, because they were scared they weren't ready. They were deep down self-sabotaging the relationship with you by choosing their ex, okay? But they didn't know this at the time, or they did know this, but they deny what they were actually doing. Now, what's happening is they can't move forward because they've blocked union. Now, it doesn't stop the emotions and the feelings this person has with you. They kind of thought that it would. They kind of thought by going back into the past, they would get over the emotions they had for you. But this person didn't choose their ex because they were in love with them. They didn't choose their ex because they had even fulfilling feelings for them anymore. They chose their ex because they were scared of accepting that you were supposed to be something they were meant to move forward with. Now, what's happening is they want to come back in. They want to pretend like nothing's happened. And the reason why they're coming back in here and being overly sweet or pretending like nothing happened is because they know they made the wrong choice, and they know that they made the wrong decision. But they also know that they actually had to let go of the past in order to move forward with you and create union. But they did it in the wrong way, because they did it by going back with an ex. So they were never meant to choose the past over you. They were never meant to choose an ex over you. This person was meant to let go of the past. because they were meant to let go of the trauma bond they had with someone else, because they were going to be holding on still to the trauma bond with the ex, and it was going to feel so much more powerful than the connection they had with you, because they weren't ready to accept the soulmate twin flame love they have with you. Now, this person is still around you, but they're stalking you and they're watching you from a distance, because now they're scared about the awkward tension that they actually created. Now, it feels like you're holding your power, you're holding back, which is what you're meant to do, because you're not meant to chase this person. You're not meant to run after this person. This person is meant to be the one that approaches you here. You are meant to stay away from this person and put up a boundary with this. This person has to be the one that comes back in here and has to explain to you the truth about their emotions and the truth about the past situation when it came to what their emotions were really all along here.